Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Chris Steff and welcome back to my mini series all about helping you on your Amazon journey. Today we're going to be talking about the three most important lessons that I have learned in my years of selling on Amazon. Now before we get into it, I want to touch on this because a lot of them are actually all to do with product research, and I think this is one of the biggest pillars of creating a successful Amazon business. Now I'm going to tell you my three most important lessons, and the last one ties them all together, so stay to the end because this is going to be super helpful for your Amazon journey, because if you don't make these mistakes, you have the capacity of saving on money, saving on time, saving on energy, and being that much closer to launching really successful products. So let's get into it. Lesson number one is trending products. Now, trending products can be profitable, but they can also be seriously dangerous for an inexperienced seller. What I mean by this is, if this product can be replicated easy and are expensive to make, this could be a dangerous trending product. If they can be easily sourced and don't need to be manufactured, this could be a dangerous trending product. For example, let's think about a fidget spinner. Now, fidget spinners came into fashion and they were going through the roof with sales. Now, this is a small product that you could easily pick up massive orders and get them out to sell on Amazon, to sell as dropshipping products, and they were easily replicated and there was no differentiation to keep them separate from all the competition. So what you need to do is you need to build a moat around your product. Now, what I mean by this is you need to have protection around that product. An example of a moat around a product is this baby monitor. Now, this baby monitor doesn't only just record the baby sleeping, but it also has a sock that actually measures the heart rate of the baby. Now, what this does is it alerts the parents if there's any sort of struggle, if their heart rate is raised or if it's lower, so they can make sure that their baby is okay. This is a product that built a moat around a normal baby monitor and now has a big stake in the market. The other thing to realize is trends come and go. So this can be super dangerous if you're not sure when this trend is going to end. And people change their minds all the time. Society changes their mind all the time. So be very careful because you don't want to be placing a big order, then all of a sudden the trend changes and you're stuck with a lot of inventory. My second lesson I want to talk about is selling seasonal products. There is little room for error when selling a seasonal product. Let's start off with inventory delays. Now, if you have a product that is for the Christmas period, you really want to have your product in there by the end of September at the latest, because your prime selling is probably from end of October to the end of December. Now, the reason for this is that's when people are buying for Christmas, and if you have an inventory issue, like it does not rock up on time, you could miss out on your prime selling time. Now, this is one issue with a seasonal product, but there's others that can be involved. The other thing to worry about is unforeseen circumstances. We just spoke about Christmas, but you also have summer and winter seasonal products. I'm currently in the French Alps, and we've had one of the worst snowfalls in years. Now, when I was here 4 or 5 years ago, we had one of the biggest snowfall in years. Now, that year, I was working as a maintenance guy, and it was impossible to buy a snow clearing shovel. They were like gold. They were non-existent. You would go down to the store and they would sell out within seconds. And I know for a fact that all the stores put their prices up. Now this year, there has been barely any snow to clear. So these shovels are there, still stacked up. They're not selling, they're not needed. People don't need them, they're not selling. So if you're investing in, say, a shovel and trying to sell this product and backing on the season before that there's going to be a lot of snow the following year and it doesn't come, you're in a bit of a pickle. So this is another example of how a seasonal product can be a really dangerous thing to sell, and one of the lessons I have learned in my time. The other key thing about seasonal products is that you have less data to run off your predictions. So when you're doing your product research, you don't have as much data as other products because they're only selling for short periods of times. If you have like Australia Day products, Christmas products, Easter products, you might only have a short window where you can actually pull the data of platforms like Zonguru to make a prediction whether they're going to do well. Now, as a trending product or as a seasonal product, things change rapidly. So what might have gone really well a year ago might not be in this year. So you have to be very, very careful if you're going down this path of a seasonal trending product, because they can be very, very dangerous items to sell, especially if you're new to the game of Amazon. Now, the last thing I've learned from my years of Amazon selling, and they kind of connect the two together that we spoke about, is doing thorough product research. Now, thorough product research, I have learned, is so crucial to creating amazing Amazon listings, because if you get this wrong, you're not going to have the right product. And if you don't have the right product and the right demand, then it's just not going to sell. You could have the most amazing idea. You could have the best listing. You could have all the advertising you want, but if people aren't searching for your product on Amazon Australia, then you're not going to sell it. So this is why it's so vital to make sure you do your product research, make sure you do your competition analysis, make sure that you get all your details correct before you start putting your hard-earned money into buying inventory for your product. Now, what Amazon Australia is good for is you can pretty much sell anything. But what I talk about a lot in other videos is gas factor. You want to be selling products and making good profit. And to do this, you need to have gas factor. Now, gas factor means give a shit. And what this means is that you can have a product that has higher perceived value, so you can then charge higher for this product. Now, if you're just selling any old product, you can't charge higher for it. So you might be selling okay, but you're not going to be making good profits. For example, if I want to buy a kitchen appliance like one of these lettuce spinners, now this is something that you'd buy for your house. It would most likely be sitting in a cupboard. It wouldn't be out on display. It's nothing magnificent. Its job is just to clean the lettuce. So if I was going to buy one of these for my household, I'd be going to Amazon and I'd be looking for the one that was the cheapest. I wouldn't be too concerned about the look of it, the color of it, the shape of it. I'd be looking for the one that just does the job, because it's just going to there wash the lettuce and it's going to go back in the cupboard. Now, if your point of difference was to come in with a different colored lettuce spinner, good on you, but it's probably not going to sell. It might get more clicks, you might get a few more sales, but it's not going to be profitable because you're going to have to charge a similar price to all the other lettuce spinners. Now, the reason this is you're going to be in a price war because people are only going to want to buy the one that is the cheapest. So you have to think of a way to differentiate in a different way, a different capacity, a different use case. And to me, this product is probably one that's not going to do well. There's too much competition and you can't really change too much to make it more exciting, more interesting, more gas factor for the customers who want to display it out there and show it off. So that's it for today's video. I hope you really enjoyed the lessons and understandings of what I have gone through in my past years and how I have learned from them and how I know now not to make these mistakes. I hope that you can get some value out of this, and if you enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel, click that like button, because this will help get more and more videos out to fellow people like yourself. So for today, thanks guys, thanks for showing up, keep going with your Amazon journey, and I'll see you in the next video.